Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019. Gonna do a quick energy check-in today for the Twin Flames. See what we got going on today. Okay. Alright, so first one out of the gate is fire, and boy, did I feel this yesterday. A lot of sexual energy between the twins right now. It's definitely really amped up. So if you're feeling this, do your best not to be distracted, okay? There's just a lot of passion coming in today, a lot of fire. I'm feeling fire signs today, so your Divine Masculine may be a fire sign, you may be a fire sign. So definitely a lot of passion today. Also, just in general, a lot of passion for what they're doing. I do feel some Divine Masculines are exploring some opportunities at work. They're trying to better themselves as far as that goes. Divine Feminine as well. You may have found your mission. You're really, fired up about your mission. Things are really taking off for you for sure. Definitely 5D communication, very amped up right now. Definitely dreams. I would say dream messages, song messages, signs, synchronicities, telepathy, that sort of thing. So definitely be prepared for that. You may feel the pull quite strongly today. You may get thoughts out of nowhere. So just be careful. Try not to get triggered by these things, okay? Because sometimes, like I've said this before, sometimes dreams, even signs, anything like that can trigger you. So triggers are definitely in the air right now. So Sagittarius coming in today. Yeah, definitely be aware of triggers, because I do feel there's a lot of triggering going on back and forth between the twins and the connections, most of the connections in the collective right now. Do you feel a lot of triggers surrounding self-worth? Definitely. And this has been going on for a while. Divine Masculine very, very much in a state of feeling worthless almost. Like he just doesn't feel good about himself. Nothing he ever does is right. It's very low self-esteem. It's really kind of sad, actually. And Divine Feminine, sometimes I do feel goes back and forth into this energy too. And you may actually be feeling this from your Divine Masculine, but it comes off as your own emotion sometimes, and sometimes it is. Sometimes you don't feel good enough, right? You feel like the connection is not going the way it should, and you feel like you failed somewhere, but just remember, there is no failure, okay? There are only lessons, right? And the whole point of this is to come into inner balance. So I do feel most Divine Feminines are definitely trying to work on this. They're actively working on this. And it is happening. There is a lot of inner balance happening with Divine Feminine right now. It's been kind of back and forth between Divine Feminine and Masculine energy for a while, but I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are centering themselves. They're getting the downloads from Source. They're working on themselves. They're working on, that intuition, trying to open up everything, and trying not to beat their heads against the wall about this connection, right? They're just trying to do what they can. Divine Masculine is still a little off balance, definitely, and again, just off balance in general in their lives. I do feel, again, they're giving too much to some of these situations, especially karmic situations, and they're not getting anything back. The only thing they're getting out of it is heartache and grief, right? So definitely some imbalance going on today in the connection, but again, sexual energy very strong. I mean, this doesn't confirm it. You get the beginning and the end is sexual energy, right? So very, very strong today, but some Divine Masculines definitely have their shields up right now. And I know Divine Feminine for a while had her shield up, and I do feel some Divine Feminines still have this going on. They've kind of put up their wall. They don't really want to have anything to do with it right now. They're just working on themselves. But there's Divine Masculines out there who put up these boundaries, right? And I do feel, though, definitely some communication coming in for some twins, but again, it may be triggering, okay? So just be aware of that. Try to ground yourself. Make sure that you're standing in a positive energy and a good energy to receive whatever messages come your way. And, it may not be the perfect communication. Just keep that in mind. It may not be what you want. So remember to release expectations, okay? Release expectations. That helps with triggers when you release expectation, okay? Again, this is like, It's the third time. Okay, yay, sexual energy. You're coming in very strongly for Divine Masculine today. And of course, triggers, definitely. A lot of triggers going back and forth right now between the twins. So I do feel he feels very triggered. I'm feeling like just in general, a lot of karma being triggered, possibly past life karma, inner child wounds, that sort of thing. So definitely happening today for Divine Masculine. So Divine Feminine, be prepared, okay? Yeah, they're having a really hard time understanding why they, it's like they're back in this energy of where they thought they were happy where they were, and they're not understanding why they're not happy. Does that make sense? Because they're putting too much into these situations, right? Because they're afraid. They're really afraid of disappointing people. They're really afraid of letting some of this stuff go, and they're afraid of losing the things that they have. And again, if there are children involved, definitely an issue here. You know, that makes things very, very complicated. Okay, so yeah, they're having a hard time understanding that. They're having a hard time understanding why they're not happy. Right? It's not funny. I just that's basically what it is, right? Because you know, this connection's really kind of thrown them for a loop. Okay, because they thought they were happy where they were, they thought they were good where they were, and then all of a sudden, here comes Divine Feminine really screwing everything up, right? And so they were in this energy of resentment and anger and like frustration and like, why is this happening to me? I don't understand. Dark Night of the Soul stuff, basically. You know, those towers come in one after another, breaking everything down, and so all they see is the connection. And again, it's not funny. It's really not. I laugh when things are just synchronistic, okay? Because this is definitely something that I've been feeling for a while. So definitely a lot of triggers, but the connection is there. They see the connection. They're understanding the connection. They just don't know what to do with it, right? They feel stuck. They feel stuck. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of all of these webs that they've spun because they're just in too deep. They're in way too deep. They can't let go because if they do, you know, they're going to get slashed to pieces. And that they're really afraid of, it's like they're not really necessarily afraid for themselves, so to speak, but they're afraid of hurting other people. This sounds really strange, you know, it's like Divine Masculine is like, you know, in this energy of not wanting to hurt others, but then at the same time he's just hurting himself over and over and over again because he can't seem to get with the program, right? So the Divine's trying to come in and show him that's not good. He needs to get out of these situations. And it's like the longer he clings to these situations, the more the universe comes in and kind of like beats him over the head with tower moments, you know, triggers, that sort of thing. It's like trying to push him through this awakening process, because it's been a long process for Divine Masculine because they're so resistant. They're so resistant, right? Most Divine Masculines are. They're just like, hey, you know, I know I can't do this, blah, 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 blah. I have all these responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. You know, so they're very rooted in the 3D. They're very rooted in these karmic connections. And so it's really hard for them to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard for them to see what they're doing is not beneficial to them, right? So again, a lot of them really not understanding that right now, but at the same time, they know that they want to get out of these situations. They want to offer something to their Divine Feminine. They're just not sure if it's going to be good enough. Again, back to this energy of lack of self-worth. There's like so much insecurity here with Divine Masculine right now. So much insecurity. You know, this kind of looks like his page, so it kind of looks like almost like a lost little boy, you know. He doesn't really know how to come forward or what to say, right? He just knows that he's not happy where he's at. And he doesn't understand why he's not happy, right? So, and I feel like he's definitely a little bit jealous of Divine Feminine. Some Divine Feminines out there are really, really reaching for their happiness. They're doing their thing. They're getting out of the situations that are toxic and that sort of thing. And they're kind of jealous about it, right? So Divine Masculine, stop fighting against it, man. You're just going to end up hurting yourself. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine today. See what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so Divine Feminine definitely standing in her power today, standing in her truth. I do feel this is very strong today. And it's like Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, for the most part, sorry, this is my computer. For the most part, has been in this energy, but there has been a lot of back and forth. I know there's been a lot of confusion with Divine Masculine because they've been going through their awakenings, Dark Night of Soul, and stuff like that. So it's kind of like hard to differentiate between what you're feeling, what your Divine Masculine is feeling. I know this happens to me a lot because I have to actually stop and be like, okay, why am I feeling like this? Nothing's happening to me right now. Why am I feeling like this, right? And then I'll figure it out, and it's skipping again, give it a second. Yeah. And then I'll figure it out, and I'll be like, yeah, not me. Not me at all. So if you're feeling like those, especially doubt, like if you're feeling doubt, if you're feeling worry, anxiety, that sort of thing, but you know you're in a good place, and you know you're fine, definitely want to take a look and see if it's your Divine Masculine, and if it is, that's when I usually will take a moment and kind of center myself, ground myself, and then I'll literally like just put like a protection bubble around him. I try to do it every morning, but every now and then it's like I have to do it in the middle of the day. So basically, with these feelings and with these things that you're getting from Divine Masculine, this should show you that things are actually happening. Like, you know, the wheel is turning, he is awakening, there's Jupiter right there, right? He is awakening, he is understanding, he's climbing, and going through, you know, his towers and falling, and the cycle just keeps repeating until he finally gets it, right? So this should be an indicator to you that things are actually happening. Like, if you know your Divine Masculine is going through a tower moment, you may not know what it is, but you know he's going through something because you're feeling it. That's a good sign, right? The towers are there to show him what he needs to break away from, right? So you know, stop dwelling on it. Don't worry about him. He will be fine. You went through this by yourself. He's going to have to go through it his side by himself, right? And so stop clinging to the emotions. Stop clinging to the lot. Like, Divine Feminine, it's like, I know, I get it. You really, really want to reach out. You want to help your Divine Masculine go through this stuff, but you can't. You can't. You can't fix it. You can send him healing, right? You can send him 5D comfort, whatever, but you cannot fix it for him. You can't. So stop dwelling on it. Stop making yourself feel worthless because you can't help. Okay? So mirroring going on there, right? And some more mirroring here. You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your journey. Okay? You've got a lot to do still. Okay? You're not done. You're not done cooking. Okay? Divine timing definitely coming into play here. You're manifesting your coins. You know, you're trying to get out of your own karmic situation, so to speak. So you need to stop dwelling on Divine Masculine and stop worrying about it. Send him strength, send him love. Leo coming in today. You know, it's okay to send this. It's okay to do this, okay? Because it's going to help him. Now, what he does with the energy, again, and I've said this before, what he does with the energy is his choice. He has free will, okay? So if you're sending energy, and all he's doing is and it's just wasted energy, don't do it anymore. Like, back off. Back off, because it has the same effect as the whole runner-chaser dynamic. If you're sending too much, he's just going to be, like, deflecting, right? So don't do it, okay? Focus on yourself. Focus on your own coins. Focus on your own manifestation of your own dreams and things that are happening in your life. Things that you need to cut away, cut it away. Don't dwell on the things that have gone. You know, they're gone because they need to go, okay? Things will fall away from you during this journey, whether you want them to or not. Right? Because they have to, right? So, how funny was that? It was upside down. So stop dwelling on the petty things. Stop dwelling on... some of you, I feel, again, are going through some of your own stuff with your karmic situation, whether that's a job or a person or whatever. You're going through your own thing right now. So you need to focus on your own issues here and sort that out. Okay, and stop worrying about what's going on in your Divine Masculine's life. Stop worrying about the drama in your Divine Masculine's life, for God's sakes, please. Alright, let's get some messages from the counterparts today. Yeah, I did. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Sexual energy, yay! Alright, so, yeah, this is a thing. So don't let it distract you. It's It's a thing, but don't worry about it. And they're definitely not happy right now in their current situation. Okay. They're manifesting their way out of it. They're working on it. They're working on it. They may not be as adept at manifestation as you are, Divine Feminine, because, or whoever is awakened at this point, because they haven't really gone through this as long, number one, and number two, they're not as open to this sort of thing. Okay, they're getting there. Their spirituality is expanding, and they're getting it. They're getting that they can manifest anything they want. They can manifest good, and they can manifest bad, right? But the connection is really, really intense right now, and they don't really, it's like they understand it, but they don't understand it. It's like, I don't understand, why is this happening to me? You know, why me? Why me? Why me? That seems to be the mantra for Divine Masculine right now. Why me? Right? But they do love it when you smile. They do miss it when you smile, and they want to see you happy. Okay? And as you expand, as you manifest, and as you find your bliss and your joy and send this to them, it will help them. Okay? Because they do want you to be happy, because they feel it when you're happy. They feel it when you're happy. Just like you feel it when they're upset, they feel it when you're happy. And of course they love you. Stop asking that question. Don't ask that question. It's redundant. Silly. Alright? Alright, so let's get some messages from the universe. Okay. Yeah. Yes! It's the last one out yesterday, but the first one out today. Divine Masculine is ascending. He's awakening. He's getting it. He's understanding. Okay, so stop worrying about it, Divine Feminine. Stop worrying about it. You're focusing too much, okay? Yeah, he might be going through some dark night of the soul. He might be going through some hard stuff, right? You went through the same things, you know. Yeah, dark night of the soul. Sorry, I love when that happens. It's just a validation for me. Yeah, dark night of the soul, definitely. Divine Masculine definitely going through this right now. Okay, so you probably are feeling this. Just remember, send him healing, send him love. Okay, you can't fix it for him, but you can help if he receives it. Okay, so just remember your purpose. Remember that the divine has your back, and if you haven't stepped into mission yet, go ahead and do that. A lot of you have a spiritual mission, basically, that is, people are waiting for you to step into so they can awaken. Okay, like a chain of events, right? So if you haven't done that yet, you know, it's about time. So just make sure that you are standing in your truth, and the messages and the lessons and everything you're getting from Source, and the messages and stuff you're getting from your spirit guides, that you are, you know, using them to your betterment, that you're not just brushing them off. You know, anytime you get a message, you want to take it and you want to think about it. You want to make sure that you're understanding it properly, right? And the best way to do that is go with your gut, go with your intuition, stop overthinking it, right? But again, remember, you are eternal, okay? And the divine definitely has your back here, okay? So you guys need to stop worrying about things. Stop worrying about the 3D things. The 3D stuff doesn't matter, okay? That goes for Divine Masculine, too. Alright? Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!